Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review, and today we're taking a look at this new Marvel Legends Cable action figure. So we've got our classic Marvel Legends packaging here, Marvel logo up at the top. We'd have thought we'd have got an X-Men logo or X-Force, something like that, but Marvel logo here, build a figure, wave, warning, display of the figure, Marvel's Cable, Hasbro. Image of the comic character, same image of the comic character, better image of the comic character. We've got it right up in the top right. Hit that pause button if you want to read it now. I do like this image, and the costume is definitely similar to what we see on the figure. It's not the exact same, and I do quite like that. This looks like it's certainly a costume that has inspired the figure, but if I am correct, this costume is a lot more similar to the Marvel vs. Capcom Cable outfit, but more on that later. The rest of the figures in the wave, I am not picking up any of these other figures. I'm not too bothered about them. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are going to pick any of these up, but let's take a closer look at Cable. So we get this Build-A-Figure part with our Cable figure. It looks like the back left leg, and yeah, it looks pretty good, but not really going to be any use to me. We get two guns, checking them out first. We have this double-barreled pistol, and this looks really good. I think this is a reuse. It's not exclusive to Cable, but I'm glad we're getting this because I like the different paints here, the silver, the black. The sculpt is excellent. I think it fits the character well, and yeah, pretty cool gun to get. I do like more realistic guns, but I think with Cable this gets a pass. And this one here, I seen someone on Reddit point out that this looks extremely similar to a Nerf gun. It kind of copies a Nerf gun design, and I guess that's because Hasbro owns Nerf as well, so I cannot stop making that association in my head. And again, liking realistic guns, knowing that this looks like a Nerf gun kind of ruins it a bit for me, but it's still nice. I think again it suits Cable, and I'm glad we get two different sort of guns with this character here, and they are both executed really well with the paints that they've used and the sculpt overall. So definitely like the accessories that we get here, even if it is only a couple of guns. We get the two interchangeable hands, and they're both gun holding hands, so that makes sense. Getting the two weapons, one for each hand, and then we get the figure itself. I think one of the best things about this figure is certainly the head sculpt here. I mean, he looks gnarly. Look at that eye. That is incredible. I love the scarring. The paint on the eye itself looks great, and of course the effect on the other one is really cool. And it's not like too sturdy, it's flexible. I don't think it's going to pop off, anything like that. Not like I'm going to play with it too much, just in case obviously it does get damaged, as I could imagine that happening. But looks great. I like the translucent effect. The beard is standing out really well. Honestly, Marvel Legends just keep getting better and better with their head sculpts, and we can definitely see that with this Cable head sculpt here. I think this is really good quality from Hasbro. The hair is just all the one colour, but it's sculpted really nicely. I like how it parts at the front. And yeah, his expression is mean. I think this looks really great. And then the costume, I am a big fan of. I really like this look to Cable. I've been wanting to get a comic Cable in the collection for years. The last one came out quite a long time ago at this point. I missed out on it when it first came out. I wasn't really going for as many characters in the figure collection back then, and so Cable sort of fell to the wayside. And by the time I got round to really appreciating the character, it was going for some crazy prices on the aftermarket. And I do really like how this is a sort of different approach to the previous Marvel Legends releases and even releases from other figure brands. I think this is a great look to Cable, and it looks like they've done it really well. Of course, it is a more X-Men type costume with the X logos here. I love the yellow straps, and it's similar to the Cyclops figure we looked at here on the channel. The straps, although sculpted really nicely, aren't going to hinder the articulation on this figure at all. You can see that ab crunch in full effect despite the straps, and they sort of cover it with these wee bits here, which to be honest I don't think would even be well, there is some slight gappage. If they added a wee bit of paint in there, I suppose you wouldn't need the straps, but this is probably an easier option for them. And so yeah, I think it looks really good. You can see the belt is moving around slightly there, but nothing too worrisome. Big X-Men logo on the belt there. I do really like that ab crunch. There's no butterfly joints on this thing, but I mean, it still looks great. The costume design, I always thought Cable just with a full metal arm. I was expecting to see a metal hand, but he does wear gloves a lot, and so I think it was something I just thought looked a bit odd at first. I thought it'd be like full Winter Soldier with the metal hand as well, but hey, it's just the costume, and I kind of got used to it at this stage. The metal arm itself, I think, looks really nice, and even though it's pinless, they've got like a wee sort of bolt there that is a nice touch. I think the full effect on this thing makes him look killer. He really does look awesome. The metal arm is really cool. Again, it's pinless. The other arm isn't. I think that is just really odd when they do that, especially when they give us figures with pins in the legs, pinless arms. It's inconsistent, and for me, it does set it back a wee bit, because what's the point in going through the effort of making every other joint pinless, but then giving us a pinless arm? But, you know, at retail price, this was around £22 to £24. I can't complain too much, especially when he looks so damn awesome elsewhere, you know. The colours they've used, the blue and the yellow, I'm a big fan of. I really like the sculpting on all these pouches here. They could maybe use a wee bit more paint overall, but for the most part, I think he stands out and he's looking fantastic. The head sculpt compared to the rest of the body though certainly does stand out due to the amount of detail on this thing. But yeah, nothing really else that bothers me at all. We've got the articulation there in the calf. The shoulder pads look nice, big. It's not going to hinder articulation either. Get those pinless double jointed knees there. And yeah, let's see how this guy holds up with some other figures. First up, we've got our new Cable figure next to Cyclops and Jean Grey. And is it bad that I did not know that these characters were related for so many years? But yeah, I think Cable fits in pretty well here. I think the height difference is fairly accurate. I mean, he is looking a lot bigger than Cyclops and Jean Grey here. But I do think they mix and match fairly well. Cable, of course, does have a much brighter blue in his costume than the likes of our VHS Cyclops. But I'm happy with it. I do like how the logos on the belt and the shoulder pads match up. And so the only other Cable figure that I actually have is the movie Cable from the Deadpool movie. We've got him on the left, and then we've got our Legacy Marvel Legends Deadpool movie figure here on the right that we took a look at not too far back here on the channel. I really liked both of those movie re-releases, and I'm definitely liking this Cable release as well. So I've been really happy with these recent Marvel Legends pickups. And then here is our Marvel Legends Cable next to our comic Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine. I really like how all these look as well. Again, the blue is darker on Wolverine here, but the yellows aren't too far apart. And I really like the brighter colours on the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Deadpool. I think he works really well with our new Cable as well. So yeah, definitely worthwhile picking this Cable up if you don't already have one. He is going to work well with your other Marvel Legends figures. And overall, I think he just looks really damn cool. And so there we have it for our new Comic Cable Marvel Legends action figure. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments section below. I'm really happy with this thing. I think he looks really, really good. This is another strong Marvel Legends release for that retail price of around £24. Cable has certainly been a character that has fallen victim to the aftermarket over the last few years. A character that I've really wanted to add to the collection over that time, but just don't want to pay those scalper prices. And Marvel Legends have definitely given us a solid new version of this character to add to the shelves. So yeah, I'm giving it top marks. Let me know know your guys' thoughts. While you're down below, guys, please do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and haven't done so already, then please hit that subscribe button. I'll leave the link to my Instagram in the description below, where I'll definitely be posting some pictures of Cable up over there, and it'd mean a lot if you could check that out. It means a lot that you've watched this video right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.